I don't play Dead or Alive as much as, say, maybe Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or even Tekken, but I've always had a certain degree of respect for the franchise. Whereas other games are more methodical and predictable, DOA to me was always the fighting game that wanted to be different. Now, I don't claim to be an expert, but I'll do my best to explain how I feel about this game and why you have to own it. Here's my review for Dead or Alive 5 Plus for the PlayStation Vita. One word, wow. And I don't mean the boobies. You'd swear you were playing on your PlayStation 3. This game looks gorgeous. It's hard to believe you're playing this on a Vita, especially when you realize the fights are running at a full 60 frames per second. Cloth detail is apparent. Dirt and sweat can still be seen on the fighters, although the water effects have been toned down a bit, but who really cares about that? I think they're still using cutscenes from the console versions, which isn't a bad thing. You'll notice this when playing through the story mode. They still look great, even when transitioning to the downgraded graphics of actual gameplay. The game as a whole still looks amazing. The character models, like I said, have taken a downgrade, but for some reason, I could barely tell the difference. You'll notice a few jaggies here and there, but considering how close this is to the look of the consoles, you can't help but be impressed. Manual camera control after losing a battle is still there, so you can judge for yourself how much of a graphical downgrade this port has really taken. I'm always testing out this feature, for educational purposes of course.
Just one last fight. I'm almost champion.
Typical Dead or Alive sound and music. If you played at least one Dead or Alive game in your life, you'd know what to expect here. The English voiceovers are either hit or miss, and the music is above average for the most part, even if it isn't really anything special. I enjoyed what was there, but this isn't the kind of game known for its musical score. At least not for me. I don't know if I've ever given a fighting game on the Vita a perfect score for control, but if I haven't, then Dead or Alive 5 Plus would have to be the first. This is perfect for people who want to practice their combos when they're away from their consoles. Everything is extremely smooth and responsive. I just couldn't think of one single time when I thought the controls were too cluttered or cramped. The Dead or Alive franchise isn't for everyone. There's definitely a learning curve, although not as steep as, say, a Virtua Fighter game. Oh wait, those guys are in here too! The fighting mechanics might seem daunting at first, especially with so many different ways to counter moves, but once you get the hang of it, the addiction sets in. Add in destructible environments, and you soon have fights that start to look like beautifully choreographed kung fu movies. All the features from the console version have returned, with the exception of online lobbies and the ability to track and challenge other human players. Just to clarify, there is still an online mode, just no lobbies. And speaking of online, it actually works! During my playtime, I hardly experienced any lag whatsoever. Although I got my ass handed to me most of the time, it was good knowing the game was at least playable. The training mode is even more helpful than before, with the addition of combo trials, which give you examples of what's possible in the game, even if they don't look all that practical in an actual fight. I didn't get a chance to check out the cross-save feature, but it's there for those who are interested. Another new feature to the Vita is Touch Fight. You fight the opponent in a first-person mode by swiping and tapping the touchscreen. I'll be honest, this was fun for like 15 seconds. The more I play, the more I'm impressed by how close this Vita port comes to matching the console version. Casual gamers might want to download the demo first, but for DOA fans, it's a definite buy. Dead or Alive 5 Plus for the PlayStation Vita is highly recommended. Alright guys, there you have it. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. If you got any questions, leave in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.